Hello, time travelers, and welcome to the Aging Journey podcast, where we explore aging and time in tabletop roleplay games. Content warnings are listed in the description below. Enjoy the journey.
All right, we are back again following the prominent Chicago crew, the Piers, who run a not so legitimate lake touring company and have just had a interesting run-in with the wise men. We are in fantasy 1931 Chicago, and in our last episode, Liv and Kallie met with Asphira inside the Old Rail, which is Asphira's exclusive underground club. Liv was kind of losing a battle with wanting to eat people alive, but inside of the club. But Cesar and Raymond also had their own issues outside, where they watched darkness descend as the mysterious wise men arrived. Cesar and Raymond were able to flee inside of the club, but unfortunately the wise men followed. And inside, it was a catastrophe. The mosh pit kind of turned into a meat grinder, and the wise men actually revealed themselves to be like strange creatures who had like painted on smiles and could wield shadows. Liv, Kallie, Cesar, and Raymond escape, but not before they actually have to endure the absolute chaos inside the club. As well as Cesar slipping back into a liminal space where he seems to enter some sort of contract with the giggling child. The following evening, after everyone escapes the death pit in Asphira's club, just you guys, no one else escapes. Everyone else inside did definitely get chewed up and eaten by a mysterious shadowy tentacle monster. But the following evening, when you all get out, you all meet along with the heads of every syndicate family, and you all decide to meet in one place together, no comment, to talk about your next steps. As this happens, Asphira reveals herself, and she reveals herself to be some sort of very similar strange creature like the wise men in a lot of ways. She grows 12 feet tall, her skin goes pale and gaunt, and her facial features kind of disappear, leaving a mouthless face with sunken black eyes. The wise men have begun taking over the territories, and in this conversation that is interrupted by Asphira revealing this, as well as revealing that magic is real if no one knew it at this point, and that there were going to be some major war or conflict coming your way pretty soon. Before anybody can really react, she smashes a snow globe and a thick fog envelops the room, and everyone's world goes black. And that is, as we come into today's episode, the last thing anyone remembers. So we're going to start off with first, everyone making a fight or a brawn roll.
Oh no.
You need to beat a DC of 25.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Nope,
We'll find
not
out.
gonna happen.
You said fight or brawl?
Yeah, which two was it? Fight or flight?
Fight or brawn?
Fine.
Dang
Oh,
it.
great.
I
No,
was
no.
really hoping there was a flight in there.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wow.
Do we?
Hey, let's get those rolls.
What stats do we get bonuses to?
Not flight and
Not
brawn.
Yeah, you just
Shoot.
It's like grit.
you just grit.
That's a 2.
Brains, maybe.
Yo.
2 for
Okay.
Liv.
We've got a 2. How's everybody else looking?
That's a 4 for Cesar.
I also got a 2.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
We are in control.
Yeah, it's not great.
I got a
How's Kallie looking?
7.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The best out of all of
It
us.
was fun.
Yeah, it turns out we don't need multiple episodes. It's the finale in the first
No, you can just
minute.
kill us now. Yeah.
It was
We're coming to our episode 6 and the last episode. What was Caesar's?
I rolled a 4 out of my 20.
You also rolled a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna need Liv, Raymond, and Caesar to all re-roll again.
Okay.
Oh no,
Four's
I'm
too
sorry.
low.
Liv rolled a 2. I rolled a 2.
Perfect.
That second roll was a 14.
Okay.
My second roll was an 11.
Okay. So that's Caesar, Pan, Kallie, Liv, right? In terms of highest to lowest?
Yeah.
I mean, are we counting them together or?
No.
Good try.
No. Okay.
We can sacrifice one person if we add our rolls together.
Yeah.
That's an interesting idea. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Pan is gonna be okay. Then Pan,
Liv just ends up back in the death pit.
and then
Just falls right back in.
Kallie. And then
Gonna ruin another one of her dresses.
okay. Now I need everyone to roll grit. This is gonna be against each other, essentially.
3.
All right, everybody, get ready. You have to beat a 2.
Jeez.
I am trading these dice out already.
I'll see your 2 and raise it 3.
Yeah.
Kallie
Ed?
got an 11. An 11.
Oh, thank
An
goodness.
The best among us
Okay.
again.
Well, great. Let's see.
It must be that the healing bite I got.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cesar and Liv, go ahead and put a permanent -2 to your grit.
That sounds about right.
Pan as well. Go ahead and do a -2 to your grit. And Kallie, you're fine. Okay.
Reasonably speaking.
Everyone's doing fine. So we are going to go.
Tanya, question.
Yeah.
Since it had a +1 to my grit, does that just make it a -1? Because,
Yeah, you can do that.
okay.
Yeah. If you have a plus, you can just make it a minus. We are going to start with one person. And this is for you all and also for like the audience. Once you are done your scene, you can then go ahead and switch over to the other character. First up, the first to open your eyes is Cesar. You actually, let's actually give you guys some a nice little intro. So we don't have to get straight to everyone dying. Okay, so it is a blistering cold winter's night. The dark sky above everybody is full of stars tonight. And just like the last time you are all smelling the world, it smelled faintly of pine. You are laying down, and you can kind of feel that there's a blanket of snow under you, and snow is also falling on you lightly. It's kind of covering you in a thin layer of snow. Cesar, as you just start to crack open an eye that is swollen and crusted over with blood from, you're not really sure how or why right now, you look up at the sky and your feeling in your body start to come back to you. And not only do you feel freezing cold because you're laying in the snow, but you also feel heat coming from somewhere. It's like a furnace. And as you kind of move your eyes around, you can even try to move from side to side, get your bearings. You look over and you see that you are outside of the Stallion Hotel, and you are right next to it and watching it as it burns to the ground.
How familiar am I with the Stallion?
That is where Raymond lives, and that is where the Russos own. It's across the street from where you guys have your touring company.
I'll check myself for injuries and then take a look over at the touring company to see if it's also burning down.
You kind of just lightly, so lightly, just try to just lift your head a little bit so you can look at your body. And as you just like do that, like just the tiniest of like crunches to look down, because you're a tall man, you feel a rib kind of shift as it is clearly broken and out of place, and you immediately begin to cough up blood. Go ahead and make a grit roll.
Alright.
DC is 10.
Alright. That's a 7. -1 is the 6.
You are able to do this little look around. You see the hotel burning. You can hear, even though there's blood clogging your ears, you can hear sirens from fire trucks, and you can feel that you can no longer like feel your toes or your fingers. So you've probably been out here for a while, and you're probably going to get frostbite, and then you pass out. The second person to open their eyes is Raymond. Your head is pounding, and you are not outside. You don't see the sky above you. Instead, you feel odd. And as you are opening your eyes, you're faced with the ground, sort of. It's very
Sort of?
clear that you're upside down, hanging from something. And so
no.
the ground is not directly below you, like directly in front of you, it's below you. So as you like open your eyes, you have to look up to see the ground, which is below you. You're actually hanging above a deep pit. And I'm gonna say there's probably too much blood running into your eyes for you to clearly see what color the pit is, if it's like brown or dirt or whatever it is. But you do see a little figure. There's a person who's down there.
Am I hanging from like my belt? What am I hanging from?
You can look around and find out.
Yes.
Okay. You try your best to move your head so you can look down. You do see that, and you see and feel that you are hanging from your foot. There are chains that are wrapped around your feet, and you're hanging from a ceiling.
Cool. Cool.
Mhm.
Are they like locked to my feet? Like they're not gonna come off? Like, am I sliding out the chain that is haphazardly on my feet?
I'm gonna say they are pretty secure, seeing as how you've been hanging here probably for a while. And to really be able to see them, since you're also pretty tall, you're probably gonna have to like try to move a little bit, or like move your body so that you can get closer, or wipe your face. Everything hurts. Your entire body aches.
There's like blood dripping from my face.
Hmm.
Okay,
From
I'll
your
try to.
chest, actually. From your
Oh my.
chest and your face and your
Oh
mouth.
no.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna
it's all going in the same direction.
try and grab my pocket square, wipe the blood out of my eyes so I can see.
Luckily, your pocket square is still there. So
Oh, yes.
you're able to
What
grab
a
it.
good suit.
It is, of course, soaked with blood.
Oh.
However, it kind of works. It's mostly a smear, but it does get the majority of it out of your face enough for you to see a little bit more clearly. Where are you looking?
I guess I want to look down below me to see how far down I would fall if I am gonna fall.
You can tell from the top of the head of the person. In fact, now that you've wiped your eyes, you can see who it is. It is it is Gerald. And you can also kind of see that he's far enough away to where you can tell him. But he's also far enough away that if you fell, even if he caught you, you both probably break something.
Cool.
He's not looking up at you. He seems to be he's holding something large. It looks like either a big hammer, it's some sort of weapon. And you can see he's not moving from like his spot in the middle of this pit. He seems to be looking at something, holding this huge hammer, like he's squaring up against something, but you can't see what that is.
So I'd like to look around this room. Is this the club? Am I back in the club?
You can look around in front of you. Everything looks pretty like black. It almost as if the walls are painted black, or but they're also jagged. You'd have to like try to either look in other places other than directly in front of you or down. So like behind you to kind of get an idea of like your space.
Yeah, I'll try to like wiggle enough to like spin the chains so I can kind of get like a 360 of what is around.
As you kind of twist even a little bit, you are able to get a glimpse of basically just black 360 degrees. It's it looks like a cave, you would assume. Um, Unfortunately, the movement that you're trying to do sends you into like coughing fits, and they kind of rack your entire body, and your ears begin to ring and bleed.
Cool.
Go ahead and make a grit roll.
Oh no.
DC's 10.
Oh, I exploded. Meh. Well, that's a 7.
You see, just for the last moment before you also passed out, you see Gerald, kind of backing up and rushing, backing up, rushing again before everything goes dark.
Cool.
The third to open their eyes is Kallie. Kallie, you awake actually looking down at your chest because you are sitting upright, and wrapped across you are two ropes. They seem to have you bound to a chair. And you can feel that the chair is, it's like one of those just regular dining chairs, and that your feet are planted firmly on concrete of some kind.
Can I like stand up with the chair still attached?
You can try.
Okay.
As you are looking down at the ropes, they are not clean, they're bloody. And they are not just holding you, they are constricting you. And they're tied across your chest and your arms and your stomach and your legs and your feet. So you are bound to the chair. But as you're looking around trying to figure out if you can kind of, wiggle or move, you feel the chair fall backwards and it falls to the ground and it begins to move as you are dragged somewhere.
Oh, goodness. Can I feel that like somebody's like grabbing the chair and dragging me, or?
They are grabbing the rope. So like you're tied with rope and then there's rope tied to the chair, and they are, I'll say as you're like looking around, if you look up or look behind you as best you can, you'll actually see that it basically looks like a hallway that is shrouded in shadow, and the rope is being eaten by the shadow.
I don't like that. Try to like, I guess like break the chair, like slam myself as I'm getting pulled. Slam the chair against the ground, like throw my body weight.
It's at this point that the pain hits you. It had been fairly dulled at this point, probably because of the massive trauma that you notice as you try to look down and wiggle yourself out of the chair. As you look down to your right, you see that your right hand is missing. There is nothing but a bloody stub that has been poorly wrapped in gauze. And I'm going to need a grit roll, DC 10.
All right. Damn. Not good. I think that's only a 4. That's my D20.
You continue to be dragged into who knows where, leaving a long trail of blood behind you on the chair and on the ground as you pass out.
All right.
And finally, to awaken is Liv. Liv, unfortunately, you do not awaken to see anything. You actually only see and feel complete darkness. Where your eyes should be, you feel hollow sockets. You see nothing as your face, it seems to be half covered by gauze. You aren't sitting down or laying down, or you're not even restrained. You're actually in the process of moving, as if at some point, as you like come into yourself in this moment of realization, you don't know what happened 2 seconds ago, but at some point you had started walking. Because you cannot see anything, you have no idea where you are, but you can feel everything. So you can feel that your face is half covered with gauze. You can feel blood is still actually dripping down your cheek from your eyes. And as you're trying to navigate this space, you are walking. Actually, you are wading in some sort of viscous water. Like it's clearly water. You can hear it, but it's heavy, as if there's a thickness to it. And your hands are touching the side wall, trying to just navigate wherever you think you're going.
Can I hear or smell anything?
You smell the sewer.
Oh no.
Yes. You smell the sewer. You
Dang it.
probably can feel the sewer.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Am I being led by anybody?
You can
Or
try
am
to
I
you can try to call out. At the moment, you the only thing you're touching is the wall, and it's kind of slimy and wet, and grimy. But you have
oh,
both hands on it, just making sure that you're going. You're where you're walking. It's not very even, so you're just trying to be very careful not to fall.
right.
But you don't hear another person like breathing or anything like that.
Oh. Is Liv genre savvy? Does she know that she's in a horror movie and shouldn't yell out hello when she hears a noise in the kitchen? I don't think she is. Uh, so I think she's gonna. Anybody? This there must be some mistake. Hello?
As you continue to walk, you don't hear anything at first. You just feel ripples in the water of something moving in your direction.
Raymond? Kallie?
Go ahead and make a grit roll. DC 10.
No. No, that's the traitor dice. I'm not rolling you again. Okay, what happens when I rolled a 1 but I have a -2 to crit?
Okay, well, that would be a -2 or a -3. Um,
Okay.
you hear something respond, sort of. It's a splash, and you can feel a heavier, almost like little mini wave, and it's in front of you. So the little wave is coming towards your legs. In fear of this moment, you unfortunately lose your footing, fall, and not only just fall and get back up, but you hit your head on the way down and pass out in the water.
If I drown in the sewer, I'm coming back as a ghost.
Now, this is happening who knows where, and really nobody really knows when those scenes we just went through happened since Asphira broke the globe, but sometime later, we are with another band, another group that we all know and love, but you guys will be playing as they have their own little adventure. Your companions. So real quick, just so that the audience can remember, who are your companions? Let's start with Static.
My companion is Lawrence, who is just the sweetest little grandpa who happens to be a big fan of pastries and
Hmm.
candy and cookies and anything else he can get his hands on.
And of course, a big fan of you. He is your protector and your adopted grandpa.
Yeah, he is. Boy, is he going to be upset when he finds out what happened to Liv.
Mhm. Normal.
Yeah, my companion was Seamus, who is a very literal man. Takes initiative, loves to take initiative, whether you ask him to or not.
Mhm.
More often than not,
Tenacious.
exactly, he's
Mhm.
tenacious.
And fiercely loyal.
Exactly,
Um,
yes.
Perfect. Pan.
My companion is Betty Boop. On the outside, she looks like just another serving girl. She follows me around a little bit, but she's secretly a very kick ass assassin who specializes in knives and sneaky. sneakness. And she's also normally my bodyguard of some kind.
Yes.
Just
She is
unseen from the shadows.
she is very rarely disconnected from you, particularly in this case. And therefore she's probably very, very annoyed by that.
Indeed.
And then Lore.
We have Callie's companion Eric, who is she refers to as her Swedish cousin, and he's tall, attractive, blonde. Primarily, I don't think you've really heard him speak anything but Swedish, and just very protective of Callie. I guess got bit with Callie last time, so yep,
Yeah.
it's right there.
Silent, but again, very fiercely loyal, and also very efficient. In fact, all of your companions, even with their fun little quirks, they are your right hand grandpas, or assassins, or
We all know who the problem companion is. We all know.
or young lads that are very tenacious. They are the people that you can call, and they will 100% be there. In fact, their loyalty to you is extraordinary. They are able to come to you when you command them, regardless of whether or where they are in the world, which is very odd, but you never question it. However, at this moment, it's been some time. I'll say more than 24 hours. And we'll see how long it actually has been when we actually hop into the scene. But it's been long enough to where all of these companions of yours would be very worried. Not necessarily because they weren't called, because you might not need anything. However, they should always be able to find you if they want to just, keep an eye on you, make sure you're doing okay, see if you need anything. Therefore, not only have they not been able to get in contact, they have not been able to find you, and they haven't been able to find anyone. The night Esphira broke the globe and exposed herself, all of the crew was there, as well as all of the members or the main heads of the syndicate, of the Red Syndicate. And since then, everyone from that meeting has disappeared. So, I will say, at the moment, you were all at your touring company, 12 Ways Touring. You're actually watching the parade of fire trucks. It is not on fire, but you are watching the fire trucks head to the Stallion Hotel. You're watching out of the windows as people get evacuated from the surrounding areas. They have already came to your building to evacuate you guys, and you have refused to leave because if they aren't going to come back here and you can't get in contact with them, they must be somewhere. Generally, you guys don't actually work together, really. You are, companions of your person, and that's it. However, these are extenuating circumstances. So if there's any time that you all actually get together and try to work together to find everyone, today would be the day. Doris is also here. I'll say that she also, kind of like everybody else when we just did your scenes, she also just kind of came into herself or woke up. But she was at the touring company already by herself. She does not know where anyone else is either.
Doris is my sweet little baby rat, by the way.
Yes, she's been inconsolable. Millie has been, keeping her fed with cheeses and, getting her some warm blankets. Millie has just been kind of keeping herself busy. She was also asked to leave, but she also refused. She's just been, bringing snacks and drinks and holding down the fort, kind of doing calls. And then when Doris showed up randomly, she's been, taking care of Doris. She also doesn't know what the heck is going on. And her, along with many of the other employees of the syndicate, also don't know what's going on. Everyone is honestly in chaos. And that chaos is even worse because the wise men have effectively taken over the city of Chicago. They are everywhere. They have these goons, people who must be from out of the city because they're not from any of the gangs in Chicago. People have never seen them before. They came with the wise men. They patrol the city now. They are taking over the different territories. It is absolute mayhem. Each person out here is kind of fighting for their life. So, what are you all doing in the lobby as you watch the fire trucks go by and you see Millie trying to console Doris? What's everyone doing or thinking or planning?
I am stress snacking and have not stopped eating.
Oh yeah. You have a special reserve. I mean, Liv, of course, has a special reserve. Those were depleted already.
Yes.
Millie has been raiding, has been raiding the back storages to kind of keep Lawrence fed.
I think Betty is just like over and over, like throwing a knife into one spot of the wall as she like stares out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I think Seamus is like in the office, just like sorting, organizing, checking to make sure that like everything's where it's supposed to be, because obviously the bosses are missing. So we gotta make sure at least this is set up and like orderly.
Wonderful.
I think Eric is just like trying to go through like all of like Callie's papers to see if there's some sort of like hint or something or some sort of answer in the paperwork.
Okay. Well, it sounds like Eric and Seamus have their hands on paperwork. Let's see if they find anything of interest. Go ahead and make brains rolls. You guys will be using your personal stats. I could have made stats for your companions, but nah. That didn't happen. Let's say the DC. Well, actually, the DC is going to be different because let's say the DC for Seamus, because he's just organizing, not really looking for anything, is probably going to be a 10. But the DC for Eric, let's make that a 5.
Can I spend my character's adversity tokens on Eric?
You can.
Okay. I will spend it to a 5. I got a 2 on my D8.
Jeez Louise. Okay. Luckily, we're getting all the bad rolls out right now.
You say that, but who knows what will happen.
These dice are cursed forever, I think.
I think she's bought them off.
Yeah.
What did Seamus get?
I got a 2.
Oh my gosh.
It was a D4, so the odds were 50-50, but...
Okay. Yeah, Seamus, you're just kind of filing. Millie is also kind of like looking over your shoulder, and sometimes she sort of interjects because you are definitely filing things incorrectly, or mainly filing the way she doesn't file. So she's kind of getting a little anxious about that. So she kind of sometimes interrupts you. But other than that, you're just filing. Eric, you're specifically trying to look for something. I will say that you do know a couple of things. I mean, all of you know the last thing that happened to your companions. I don't know what you would call. What do you guys call? What do you guys call your
his boss?
What was that? Boss? Yeah, your boss. There we go. You do
it's cousin, but it's Swedish, so you don't know that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's your actual cousin. So, Eric, you do know that the last thing you were supposed to be doing was to go and get some research. And so, along with that research and what you find, you do kind of get basically, you get like the manifest of what's been going on in the city in terms of the strange occult stuff. So with the were rats being bred by Gerald, the whole thing that's going on with the Russos and how they've been dealing actually in magic across this magical border that nobody knew about for a long time, with like animals and creatures and stuff like that. So you find a lot of stuff basically saying that this has been happening for a long time and just no one picked up on it. And this is the exodus, right? So this is what it's all been leading up. It's been leading up to the Russos actually like fully taking over the city in this way. You also get a little bit of information about the wise men because Betty did find the their locations. This was before they took over, so everyone probably knows their headquarters now. But she did mark it on you guys' map, so you do know where their headquarters are. But you don't. A couple of things you don't know that you need the answers to is like what the deal is with Asphira. You know that everyone went to Asphira. You know that there was something that was supposed to be done there, but it all kicked off after that event. And you all know that what happened after that event, because it was pretty gruesome, is that a whole bunch of people died, mostly from Asphira's crew, because that's her club. So it was mostly her people and people who were visiting. However, you all also know that after that, they also went to Candy Cane's, which is Fatuma's place. They also went to Randolph's warehouse. And they basically decimated those places. They are all bloodbaths. But I think your question, you find a lot of information, but your big question that you still have is why did they all go to Asphira's in the first place? What is everyone doing now?
I think Lawrence has decided to go call every person he knows Liv has been with in the past couple of months to see if she's there.
I will say this is probably not like the first few minutes or hours of you guys' panic. So he probably already did that. I
Fair
think
enough.
at the moment, you guys have probably exhausted all of your individual work.
Betty's gonna turn to Lawrence then. Like, well, Lawrence, did any of your stuff come through? Nobody called? Nobody knows where they are?
Unfortunately not. No one has seen little Liv for longer than I'm comfortable with. It is very much past tea time, and she doesn't like missing tea time.
That's really odd for Liv, you're right. I don't know. I don't even know where any of the other bosses are. Like, the big ones. The ones that should be running the joint.
Honestly, this town isn't what it used to be, which I've said before, but I mean it this time. I'm really disappointed.
You know, a lot's changed. A lot of weird stuff is going on. I've seen some rat men. I've seen some crazy magic. There was a pit that opened up in a club. I'm saying there's some weird stuff going on.
There was a time we could just, bury bodies in the lake and go about our business.
Yeah, Whatever happened to just, stab and move you on with your life,
Damn shame.
Damn shame.
You do see that Eric is fervently going through paperwork. He's just kind of on his own investigation over there.
Young man, I assume you understand English, even if you refuse to speak it with us. What have you found?
He'll look at you and just start speaking in English with almost no accent. Like,
All
after-
right. I love him so much.
We're so
Yeah.
racist.
Well, I've gone through all of Callie's files, and I have not been able to discern anything of note that would give us a clue to any of our boss's locations.
So you
Did
just
you know he could
chose?
talk like that?
you just chose not to ever speak to us. You see what I'm saying, Miss Boop? This is becoming just an inhospitable town. The youth these days.
Just
That
rude?
one's just messing with all of the files. That
Yes.
doesn't go there.
No, Kallie showed me where each file went, and I know, like, nervously says this. I know where every file goes.
Lawrence just kind of like grumbles and eats another cookie. He's like, I eat youth these days. Little live never misbehaves like these ones.
What about you over there? Have you figured out anything?
There's nothing to figure out. I've been looking through this for so long now. There's nothing. I swear, I'm gonna cut somebody. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna cut somebody.
Seamus, can you even read?
Yeah,
Shut
that
up,
page
old
is
man.
upside down.
Look, we're supposed to keep things in order while they're missing, and it's not in order right now. Should be, but it's not.
Eric
Now
comes and
look.
takes the pages from you and says, yeah, no thanks to you. And, like, smiles at Millie.
Oh, don't test me, Eric. Don't test me.
Now look, I think we're going about this all wrong. We need to get back to our terrible people roots. All right? We've been looking in all the legitimate channels. It's time to go underground.
To get bit by rats again?
Look, man, I don't know what our bosses are into, but if they're missing, then somebody's got them. And I don't know where else in the city they'd hide them but the underground.
Either that or they're dead, man.
Or they're dead, or some magical nonsense has happened to them.
Ah, you and magic. It's overrated.
Look, man, I saw them red people. They ain't from here.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man.
As you guys are having this conversation, outside of your window, the firemen are still out there. They're still trying to control the flames at the Stallion Hotel. You do also see an ambulance. It seems that someone perhaps made it out of the hotel.
I'll go over and stand. I'm gonna go stand by the window and look outside and just see what's happening out there.
Mm-hmm.
Betty's gonna just try and scoot over to the door of the ambulance and try and see who it is.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Is the ambulance going to drive by our building?
Yes, it is, because the Stallion Hotel is literally right across from you all, basically. It's not close enough to where it would, it would catch you on fire, but it's close enough to where they would still evacuate you just in case. So you can see kind of clearly just from your window what's happening. Would you be able to like fully see someone's face from the window? No, you would have to go across the street to actually look, because they're probably not going to bring them out into on the other side of the road. But you can see if they are bringing people out or putting a stretcher in. Like, you can see what they're doing. So is everyone looking out the window, looking out the door, trying to catch a glimpse?
Lawrence is gonna put a hat and a coat on and amble on out there a lot faster than an old man should be able to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was going to the ambulance, so I was going
Oh, okay.
outside, just like going shadow to shadow.
Okay. Betty and Lawrence are following the ambulance, or at least trying to get a glimpse of what the ambulance is doing. So they're outside. And Eric and Seamus, you're wanting to stay at the door.
I think Eric would step out and try to even, I don't know,
Okay.
slightly stand in the way in the road, but like look official. I don't know if we have some like tour type garb that has some reflective. I don't even know this day and age. I mean, that day and age, what that would look like.
I mean, you could try to look official or look like you belong, so that they don't like shoo you away. You could try
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's gonna try that just to get information.
Okay. And then Seamus, what are you doing?
I'll follow him outside. Make sure to grab like a coat or something like that.
Okay. So let me have everybody who is walking fully across the street a flight to kind of see, if you're easily seen. And then Eric, go ahead and give me a brains to see if you can find something that, regardless of whether you're seen or not, people won't bother you. Let's make all of the flights. Your DC is going to be a 7. And then Eric, your DC is going to be a 4.
Got a 12.
Okay.
I exploded, so I got a 16.
Nice.
I got a 4 for my flight.
Okay.
4 for Eric for flight.
What did I say for you? 4 or 5?
4. Yeah, 4.
4. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you find a reflective vest, and maybe you can, be seen as like construction or something like that, and they might not bother you.
Okay.
Lawrence and Betty, you both are able to get across the street really quickly, and you're able to get close enough to the ambulance that if somebody does get pulled in or they pull somebody in, you'll be able to see them. Seamus, as you're kind of shuffling across the road, you kind of stop and you catch something at the corner of your eye. Down the road is, you think, a man. It is very cold outside and it's slightly snowing. You think it's a man, but he is shifting, walking strangely. But he is walking down the road towards all of you, and he's walking kind of in the center of the road. He is wearing kind of like he seems to be wearing a big black overcoat. And as you kind of like just catch him, it's clear that he sees you, and you both are just staring at each other as he walks closer.
How suspicious a character is this guy?
I would say without a brains roll, he looks suspicious. However, I think at this point, because of how, crazy things are right now, I think you would think everyone's suspicious, especially if you can't recognize them. Like, you don't know this guy. He doesn't seem to be a part of anyone's crew, doesn't seem to be, a local. So that's suspicious right there.
Okay. I'll reach into my suit pocket and pull out a little switchblade, and then just kind of have it behind me.
Nice. Eric, where were you standing with your vest on?
just wanted to like kind of act like I was like directing traffic, even, or just like official as far as like um
Do you want to be near the ambulance, or do you want to be in the road with Seamus?
probably closer to the ambulance.
Okay. We'll put you kind of Lawrence and Betty, you two are on the other side of the ambulance, so you're in between the Stallion Hotel and the ambulance and the trucks that are on the road. So you can kind of clearly see. You do see that the ambulance goes in and out, and they bring out a couple of people. Unfortunately, everyone they bring out is in a baddie bag. And they kind of bring one out, lay it on the ground, bring one out, lay it on the ground, bring one out. This goes on for a couple of minutes. For a second, you don't think they're going to have anyone alive until you hear one of the ambulance EMTs kind of yell, "We got a live one here, but he's huge. We need a big stretcher." And you see people running to go get another stretcher, a bigger stretcher from the ambulance.
Oh my god, do you think it might be Cesar?
Well, if I was going to describe anyone I've ever seen as huge, it would be him. So I think we should go check.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to say that you two, with your rolls, I'll just let you kind of sneak. But if you want to get close enough to like touch whoever is there, I will need another flight roll as they are going back and forth. Because this has taken a couple of minutes, Seamus, the man who was walking down the road, is now on your block, and you can now clearly see him. He is one of the Wiseman's goons.
Uh-oh.
He has kind of deep, strange, sunken eyes that are kind of glowing, kind of like like shimmering a red. And he has his hands in his pockets. And at first he kind of has a blank face in terms of his expression. But then as he gets closer and closer, he begins to get a small smile.
Has he seen me yet?
Oh yeah, he's looking right at you.
Great. I'll look around. Who's close by?
Right now, Eric is on the other side of the ambulance.
Okay. I will try and do a casual strut as I move over to Eric, and just like kind of like tap him on the shoulder. Hey, yo, we got one of the wise guys coming up.
Oh shit. Are they I think he's gonna try to do us in too.
He's smiling.
Do you think he would do it here in front of, like, out in the middle of the street?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Alright, what are you packing?
I pull out. I'll reach into like my one suit pocket and I'll pull out like another switchblade. And I'll reach in. I'll be like, okay, got this guy. I think I got another one of them here somewhere. Oh, here's another one. I don't have my Bowie knife on me right now. I left the pistol in the office. I can go get it though.
Why would you leave your pistol not on you right now?
What y'all want? Just walked right out straight. I didn't expect us to be doing that.
You do also have in your pocket like one of those giant pairs of like really thick metal scissors, like the ones that you can cut like fabric with, like the really thick ones. Still stained with blood since the last time you took that one guy's tongue out, but works really well.
Yeah. I'll pass one of the switchblades over to Eric and pull out that guy and just do like some finger tricks on it. You know, we'll spin it around in my fingers a couple of times. Almost like a nervous tick kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of like looks at that. So he's gonna walk up to both of you, and he is He has both of his hands in his pockets, and has a small smile. I'll say as you both look at him, you get an uneasy feeling because there's something off about his face and maybe like the proportions. Maybe his shoulders are a bit too broad, or maybe they're long. There's something off, and it makes you a little queasy to look at him. But as he gets closer, he does not look like he's going to talk, like say anything. He's just continuing to walk towards you.
I'm gonna try and put like the ambulance between me and this guy. Kind of like walk around to the other side of the ambulance.
Sure. Are you doing that as well, Eric?
I think Eric's just gonna like pull like a gun out of like an ankle holster and just approach him.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are kind of squaring off. Seamus is on the other side. When you pull out your gun, he does stop. But then he just slightly opens his mouth, just a crack, and you can kind of hear, it sounds like he's kind of breathing, but like a low, kind of like almost like a high pitched whistle. And then it's just there for a second, and then it's gone. And at this point, another man that basically looks exactly like him is coming from the other direction, on the other side of the ambulance, coming down the road. But he has stopped, seeing that you have a weapon. While you guys are figuring that out, Lawrence and Betty, you two are able to get into a position where you're able to see who might be coming out with the stretcher as they like run back and see that he's there. There's one person with him, an EMT, who's trying to stabilize him, and you both can see clearly that it is Cesar.
No.
Well, we'd better go see what the situation is.
Yeah, let's see if he can talk.
Are you guys trying to get closer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. There are firemen, policemen, and EMTs, and they will all stop you. So, how are you doing that?
Can I try to do like the "oh my god, that's my husband" like thing of like, "oh, I'm his wife, you have to let me close to him"?
Sure. I think that's great.
Oh my god, Cesar! No!
I'm definitely gonna try and do this. That's my son.
Yes!
Great.
We tag team it together.
Super convenient that this person's father and wife were in the area. So yeah.
We were looking for him. He hasn't showed up for 3 days.
Go ahead and roll me charm for both of you. I think, you know what, actually the DC is going to be different. Let's say if you get a 5, then yes, you're able to rush over to him with your performance, 100%. But you're going to need at least a 10 for particularly the police to not like, okay, well, you know, you guys still need to get out of this area. This is a crime scene type of situation. Let me talk to you, things like that. If you get a 15, then they'll actually let you stay. So that's your DC.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh, that's so good.
Ooh. So I rolled an 11. I could spend adversity to get it up to a 15.
I rolled a 19.
Dang.
Oh.
You know what? I will spend the adversity so we both succeed.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Good thing Liv's easygoing, and I failed so many times leading up to this.
There is an EMT that's on their knees. They have like a little respirator over Caesar's mouth. They are basically like trying to, like, they've put blankets over them, things like that. So they're trying to stabilize him essentially, as you guys run over.
Oh my god, what happened to him? Oh my god! What are his injuries exactly? Where are they?
Look at the situation. So the I think the police is trying to like assure you and also like kind of keep you kind of away from him, but you guys are doing a good job. You know, with the whole fawning, you're like on your knees, like fully over him. So if you want to check yourself, you can. But the EMT is gonna basically be like, I'm so sorry, man. We really don't know. We're just trying to keep the hypothermia at bay right now. That's our main concern. Like they're trying to keep him warm so that he doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
But you can see based on what you see, he is really hurt. There's a lot of blood. Obviously they're trying to keep him warm, but hypothermia has already set in, particularly in the feet and in the fingers. His mouth is blue. He is barely breathing.
Does he look like covered in blood at all? Like, is
Oh yeah, he looks
Okay.
like he was in a rough battle, and oddly enough, and I think this is maybe what scares you the most. He kind of looks like he lost.
Oh shit.
But he's still breathing?
Barely.
Is there any way if like they're trying to pull me off of him, is there any way that I can like shake him and see if his eyes like flutter at all? If there's any consciousness there.
Yeah, I think on your high charm roll, you can put on a full performance. And they're like, "Ma'am,
Oh my god, look at his beautiful face and his fingers.
he's in like dire straits right now." like, and so they're trying to do that. Let's see. Normal. Go ahead and make a grit roll.
Yay.
You're gonna have to beat a 15.
Is this with the -10 still? Or the -1?
It's still with the minus 2.
Alright.
Oh yeah, the
That's
-1 if you have a +1.
Yo, I rolled a 10. That explodes before the -1? I think. Let's see. Yo,
Yeah,
13. 13 total.
You would explode first and then take your pluses and minuses after you finish rolling.
Cool.
Yeah, as you are shaking him, you see just the faintest flutter of the eyes as he kind of recognizes what's going on. So he is, if he were to be brought around, he would be able to be conscious. But it's for a fleeting moment.
I'm just gonna yell out now, Cesar, you hold on, because the boss needs you.
Wonderful. So at that point, I think the stretcher does come back over where Eric and Seamus are. The other goon comes out of kind of like nowhere. Again, one of those situations where he's just kind of walking slowly from around the building. And now there are two of them as that one starts walking towards you.
Hey, Eric, don't antagonize, okay? Don't antagonize. We're not here to fight just yet.
If you allow him, the other guy is actually going to walk past you, Seamus, and go into like the area where the Lawrence and Betty is, and where Cesar is.
What's he
You
look
guys
like he's doing?
see them. He's just going to go in that direction. He looks identical to the other guy. Identical. They're twins. It's creepy.
This is creepy. I'm
Do
gonna
we-
go over and try and talk to an officer, anyone who's close by.
Yeah.
And I'll go over to him. Stow the switchblade real quick as I go over. I'll
That's
just
a good
be like,
idea.
excuse me, officer. This man's following me.
Ah, very nice. Okay. Go ahead and roll charm.
Oh,
We'll
crap.
say the DC's 5.
Charm. Okay. All right. I'm gonna spend 2 adversity tokens to make it a 5.
Okay. He first looks at you and he's like, young man, you can't be over here. We're having a situation. Please move over to the other side of the road. And then as soon as he finishes telling you that, he looks at the other gentleman and walks over to him. So I'm going to tell you the same thing. You're going to have to turn around. Before he can finish his sentence, you watch as the one guy takes something out of his pocket and basically stabs him several times in the gut. And so yes.
Shit.
And so he just gets stabbed several times and then falls to the ground.
Did we see that?
I mean, Eric's gonna shoot the guy if he starts stabbing a cop in front.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah,
Lawrence, you don't see that.
I'm
Okay.
gonna start crying bloody
You guys
murder.
are mid-performance.
I'm crying bloody murder. I'm getting more cops over here.
Okay. And Eric, you're shooting.
Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and have Eric roll fight. Seamus, we'll just take your charm and let you scream bloody murder. And we'll assume that police and firefighters and everyone will look your way. Plus, they'll also see a guy with a bloody knife. Let's say your DC is going to be contested against his grit. So he's going to roll a D6.
Excellent. I've got a.
Rolls a 2, so you got to beat a 2.
All right, I got a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit easily, bullseye. You hit him, and he continues to walk.
No.
Towards Eric, or
Yeah, he's walking like past the cop. He just steps over them, and he's continuing to walk towards Lawrence and Betty and Cesar, who's on the ground. And Seamus, you were kind of in between them, but he hasn't gotten to you yet. The other guy, though, now that Eric, you have turned to give your attention to the second goon, he is going to continue to advance on you.
okay.
I'll say that the police and other people kind of come, they hear the gunshot, and it's all popping off. I think Lawrence and Betty, you also hear the gunshot. The stretcher is on its way, but obviously they stop what they're doing when they hear a gunshot. Everything is happening. So I'll say that Lawrence and Betty, you look up and you're able to see there is a guy walking towards you, Seamus in between you two. You have the EMT who's trying to keep Cesar alive, Cesar on the ground, and then Eric is on the other side of the ambulance. What's everybody doing as I roll for the police? We'll give them a D6.
I mean, Betty's gonna throw some knives at the dude.
I'm gonna run over to Betty and them and be like, "Yo, we gotta get out of here."
Is the
We gotta get Cesar.
Wait, Cesar?
Caesar's. Oh.
Cesar.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
If we roll him into the ambulance, we can take the ambulance.
Wow.
But what if the rest of our bosses are in the hotel?
They look like mostly dead people, so if they're in there, they're dead.
Jesus.
Count on you to have all the faith, Betty.
What can I say? I'm optimistic.
The police swarm that are in the area, and the firemen also kind of like they start to get out of their way. The EMT, they come with the stretcher, but they duck once they hear the gunshots. The police who were there, I rolled for them 10 times. So that's either they tried to hit him
Wow.
10 times. They only hit him 4. The one
Dang.
guy. I will say that the first one that hit him after Eric's bullet, he's still walking. This third one that hit him, he actually goes down, and then he begins to get up. And then the fourth one that hits him, he goes down again. And so the one that was walking towards you two is laying on the ground. The police now, though, are going to turn to Eric if you still have your weapon out.
I
They don't know.
trying to stow it as the police started running over.
The other guy is still advancing on all of you.
Are the EMTs still by the stretcher?
No, yes, yeah. They're just they're not touching it because they've like ducked, so they've like moved away from the stretcher a little bit. They're still next to it, but they have their heads down.
I'm gonna grab the closest one and be like, "You have to save my son. That is your job. Come on!" And try and drag them towards the stretcher and convince them to get it into the ambulance.
Okay, yeah, you can do that with the EMT that was actively trying to get them together. So let's do another charm roll. He's kind of in a crisis mode right now, but he understands. He's like, okay. So, I think the DC is going to be a 7.
That is an 11.
Okay. He kind of he's afraid, but he kind of shakes himself, and he's like, right, okay. And then he goes back to Cesar. I'll say that at this point they are able to get enough like blankets and warmers, or not warmers, but like blankets on him so that he can slowly come back to room temperature. But they need to get him out of the cold, so he starts to put him on the stretcher.
I will also yell toward Seamus and Eric and be like, come on now, you need to help your brother. Grab the other end of this stretcher.
Wow, the whole family.
Sure thing, Pops.
The EMT is shocked that literally the entire family of this person just happened to be in this exact area at this moment and got past all of the police. Okay, so yeah, I'll say that you guys are able to get him onto the stretcher, and you're able to get him from the stretcher to the ambulance. However, when you get to the ambulance, the guy has now caught up to all of you. I think he's probably closest to Eric. And
As
he
soon
is
as
going
he was
to
within range, Betty would have like shot a shit ton of knives at the dude.
Okay, go ahead and
The fun thing
roll
is Betty
a-
is great at this, but Raymond is not at all.
Oh no.
go ahead and roll a fight.
Great.
And it's gonna be just like the other guy.
Are there like keys? Is the ambulance running right now and like open?
Yeah, it's still running. the keys
Eric's
are
gonna
in
go
there.
for like the driver's seat to like run over and stuff.
Okay. So how many knives are you throwing?
at least 2, if not 3.
Okay. Okay, you gotta beat a 2.
Okay, well, am I rolling one for every knife?
Yep.
Okay, well, I got a 2, a 4, and another 4.
Okay. All right. You're able to flick them at him, and they all hit true. He is still walking towards you, and I'll say that if he's in arm's length of anyone, he is going to try to grab you. So who would be closest to him?
You know what? I'll get in the way.
Okay. Eric's trying to move to actually drive the ambulance right now.
Okay.
She's pulls the driver out of the seat. Get out of the way.
The driver is not at the seat. Everyone ducked, so they're all still because there were shots fired. So they don't know what's going on. But you guys you were able to move the one EMT to continue to help. But he is putting Cesar in the back of the ambulance with Lawrence, I believe.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll say if Seamus, you get in the way, he's going to try to grab you.
Okay.
So you can try to evade him with flight, or you can try to fight back.
Can I try and dive tackle around his waist?
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna try to brawn him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's also brawning. So he's a D20. I'll grab
It's a battle of ages then.
the Battle of the Ages. All right, let's see what we got here. You gotta beat a 17.
I rolled a 10.
All
Oh
close.
no.
Dang it.
Yeah, you all see him, these 2 massive hands grab Seamus's neck, and you can almost already hear the crack that's coming as he puts pressure on it. And Seamus, you almost immediately cannot breathe, and your esophagus and your windpipe is slowly being crushed. He's really but you can see in his eyes and his face, he's really just doing that for fun. He could go faster.
Okay.
Knives.
Can I try and do so? Yeah, I also want to stab him in the neck with my switchblade.
Yep, I hear several people wanting to get their stab on. So go ahead and roll fight for everyone who's rolling. Let me go ahead and roll his courage.
Gun is coming back out.
Can I help, please, to save my son?
Yeah, save him, Mom.
My
Oh,
boy.
no. You'll
Father,
have to-
help!
So you can't talk. So Seamus, because you're close, you just have to beat a 2 to actually get him. And this is not something you're throwing, right? You're stabbing him.
No, I'm shanking him with an 8.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, let me look at his stats real quick to see. Because what he's going to do is, if he feels like you're an actual threat, especially if Betty is also throwing knives at him, if he feels you're an actual threat, he's just going to crush your windpipe. So, okay. How about we do this? So you stab him, and it kind of has no effect. And he also has 2 other knives sticking in him from Betty. But then you take it out and you stab him again. And you take it out and you stab him again. About the 3rd one, the smile on his face starts to fade. And at that point, he is going to try to crush your throat.
Oh, great.
So go ahead and Betty, how many knives are you throwing?
I threw 2.
Yeah.
One was a 6 and one was an 11.
Okay. The 6 thuds into him, and he seems annoyed. And the second one that thuds into him, it actually makes him drop one of his hands as he seems to be taking actual damage. One hand is still on Seamus's throat.
No.
And he is still going to try to crush your throat. So let's see.
I mean, Eric's firing bullets again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a fight for Eric as well. And then Seamus, you need to beat an 8.
What am I rolling here, Braun?
You can do whatever you'd like to do. You can try to get out of this with Braun by like ripping his hand off, or you can try to fight him still with continuing to stab him.
Okay. I rolled a 13, and what I want to do is kind of like, since he's holding me by the neck, I want to try and grab onto his arm and like try and push off with my feet or something like that. I know it's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna try and break his hold on me by using just pushing off of him.
Okay. And then Eric, your DC, what's his DC? Is a 6.
Okay. Yeah, I failed.
Okay. Okay. You all hear a shot ring out as Eric tries to shoot this goon, misses, but Seamus, you are able to push off of him and get out of his grasp just as he closes it. He is hurt, but he kind of starts to pull the knives that Betty has been throwing at him out of him.
I mean, Eric's in the driver's seat right now and is looking to just drive away if you'll have everything loaded. Like,
yeah, I'll say that Seamus is. I mean, not Seamus. Cesar's in the back.
I'll dash for the ambulance. I ain't sticking around.
Okay, Seamus is making it for the ambulance. Betty, what are you doing?
If I can hang off the door and keep throwing as we drive away, that's what I'll do.
Okay, then that's gonna be flights for everybody to, other than Lawrence, to get to the ambulance, basically without him grabbing you, because that's what he's gonna do. Eric, you're far away too, so I'm gonna say you can just get into the car. So let me have just Betty and Seamus, since you have to run past this guy. And he's going to just try to grab both of you. So it's gonna be a flight versus flight. And so he has a D8. He has to beat a 4.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Oh no!
But I can use an adversity token to make it a 5 if I need to.
No. Meets it. So yeah, you, Betty, you are able to quickly run just as the ambulance like books it. Lawrence and Cesar in the back. Betty, you're able to hop on the back and continue to pelt knives. And Seamus, you had just gotten out of his grip, but he was just really close to grabbing you again, but you were able to just narrowly escape and hop into the ambulance, and you guys speed off down the road, leaving the other EMTs there and a lot of
Yep.
whoever was there, the firefighter.
At least.
We
found one boss.
But you guys are gone down the road. In the back of the ambulance, Eric, you are driving. In the back of the ambulance, I'll just say that the EMT doesn't know what's going on. All he did was just put him in the back of the ambulance. But now he's going to, as he's looking, he's going to look over and see that the person driving is not another EMT. He's going to put 2 and 2 together that something's wrong here. So he's probably going to freak out. He doesn't have any stats, obviously, but I will give him a grit. I mean, he's an EMT. He's probably very gritty. So I'll give him a grit of a D20, and we'll see if he freaks out. Let's say the DC is a 6. Okay, he got a 12. Plenty. So he keeps himself together, and he's literally, you can see him still, like he's putting fluids in Cesar, like he's doing everything that he needs to do. But he does kind of look over at Lawrence for a second. He goes, "This isn't your son, is it?"
Well, in a way, I see him as a sort of son in that he is friend, maybe closer to a grandson. He's friends with my dear little Liv, and I'm hoping he wakes up so he can tell me where she is. I appreciate your work, young man. Keep at it.
He kind of looks
Pat him
at
on
you.
the shoulder.
He kind of looks at you and then looks over at Eric. Do you know where you're going? Do you know how to get to the hospital?
Yeah, we run a touring company. It's just what we do, you know.
He looks at you and then looks back at Lawrence and then Betty and then Seamus. You guys run 12 Ways touring?
Well, we work.
We are dedicated employees.
You know what they say. Your workplace can be your family.
This man is my idol, and if he dies, I'm gonna cut you to pieces.
No,
Wow,
you're
calm
we
down.
they appreciate the efforts of our first responders. This man is a hero.
Thank you for your service. Now save his life.
No role necessary, I think. Okay, I will say you guys make it to the hospital. I'll say he's able to stabilize Cesar as much as possible and get him into the hospital. Unfortunately, the hospital is crazy because to be honest, it's a miracle that they were able to send an ambulance out there as quickly as they were. They are overrun with people coming there with horrible injuries from having survived many encounters with the Wise Men's goons who are stationed throughout the city. So it is hectic, but they run him through not security. They run him through the emergency room. But they ask you all to wait outside or wait in the waiting room for him. And at the moment, that is all y'all can do.
Lawrence is stress eating again.
Are there like any mob people in this emergency room, like waiting for their people too?
Most of them are, yes. Most of them are, One-Eyed Joe and Carl and such.
This is
most
what
of
I'm
them are
good
locals.
at. I'm gonna go around to everybody and kind of see like who's missing, how many people, what's going on. Have you seen your boss? Have you seen your boss? Make sure, see if there's any of the main bosses here in this hospital that anybody knows about.
Nice. Okay. Does anybody else want to do that? Or is anybody else doing anything else?
Lawrence would go around with her while still eating. I don't know if they had vending machines in the 30s, but I'm going to say they do. And he's cleaned one out.
They do have a little urchin who sells snacks. His name's Tommy.
Tommy can take the rest of the night off because I bought his whole stock.
He's like, cool, you're cleaning me out? I mean, all right. I don't want to stand here all night anyway. Cool. Thanks.
Oh, Lawrence, that's really nice that you got everybody some snacks who are waiting.
Oh, I can eat a horse. Thank you, Lawrence.
That's silence from Lawrence.
I give them each the smallest possible piece I can, and then put the rest in pockets that shouldn't exist. You'll never find all the snacks.
Anyone who is walking around trying to get information, go ahead and roll a charm. It will, I think at this point, since everyone is kind of in a crisis and everyone is also wondering what the heck is going on, the DC is going to be pretty low. So I'll say the DC is only going to be a 5.
I got a 14.
That is a 7.
I exploded twice.
Ooh.
Wow.
For a 10. Because I have a D4.
I got a 4.
I got a rock.
I'm a bit busy.
Okay. Well, 3 of you kind of get the same response, to be honest, which is Nobody knows what the heck is going on. They all know that their bosses had to go to an emergency meeting. It's not the first one they've ever had to do. And so it wasn't that big of a deal. And then literally all of a sudden, that's how it felt to people. All of a sudden, these goons were crashing into, their casinos, into their speakeasies, they would just come in, and it wasn't even like oh, we're taking over the territory. It was we're going to now destroy everyone in here right now. Then they didn't say that, they just did it. And so it was a massacre, essentially. And those who could escape, they didn't know what to do next. They didn't have anywhere else to go. And so they're all kind of
So
lost.
they're all leaderless at the moment.
Mm-hmm. None of them seem to know where they are. Seamus, you talked to one person who actually seems to have all the answers. They
No.
kind of talk to you about little green men and how aliens are real, and how this is just a big invasion. He's pretty convincing.
Dude, you're so right. I saw a hairy one down the street just 2 days ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, man. This has been coming for ages. So, you got a tinfoil hat?
No.
Here, let me make you one.
Uh,
He makes you a tinfoil hat.
I think you got a switchblade.
No.
All right, here, take it. You might need it.
Oh man.
Oh, we made a friend.
Thank you.
Aw.
That's cool. Thanks, man. What's your name?
What's your name?
No, I asked you first.
But I don't give my name out to strangers easily.
Come
I like
on, we're not
this, I like
strangers. We're friends. We just became friends. You gave me a switchblade. I gave you 10 point out. Come on. What's your name?
Seamus, you.
That's crazy. You know, my name is also Seamus.
Wow, that's real crazy.
I know. We're probably secret brothers or something. Like twins? What's your mom's
I
name?
doubt it. I'm an orphan. I'm an orphan.
You know what? This is crazy. I'm also an orphan.
Has he been talking to a mirror the whole time?
Just in the hall, just chatting to myself in the mirror.
You finally snapped. Why are you looking at me like that?
You're
No.
crazy. I ain't crazy.
We'll leave Seamus to his with his new friend, and Lawrence, Betty, and Eric. I think after you have really canvassed the whole room to anyone who's conscious and not fully bleeding out, a lot of people, and you can kind of see a lot of them they have some really bad injuries. However, some of them, I'll say, particularly with, I think, who had the higher rolls?
I had a 14.
I had a
Okay.
7.
I think you
About
guys
10.
will. I think Betty with a 14. You'll notice that these people came here with their injuries. So at some point they needed to, stop the bleeding or put something on them so they could get here. The gauze is very similar to the gauze that Cesar has. And I think you remember that generally you guys, the crews, usually they have, stocks, stock piles of medicine and, a safe place, someplace to go. Sometimes in their territory, sometimes they know where it is in other territories. So I think this kind of gives you an idea that Caesar was kind of bandaged, like it was all soaking wet with blood, but at some point he had gotten bandaged up.
So the hotel wasn't his first. Like he got back to the hotel somehow.
Right.
Or was
Yeah.
trying to make it to the tour office.
Oh, maybe.
Should we go visit some of the doctors that service our kind?
Either them or any of the caches we have around the city with medical supplies in them.
Eric, probably as you think of that, you probably would assume that because right now the city is in a bit of a crisis, even those doctors would probably be, especially if they're still like licensed, they'd probably be called like on call to kind of help
Yeah.
deal with everything. So they might be just around.
Do we recognize any of the doctors?
There aren't any in the waiting room of the emergency room. You'd have to go in the back.
Okay. Should we sneak around?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. I think at this point, Seamus comes back with his tinfoil hat.
What's
Wow,
what's
looking
that you're
snazzy.
wearing?
I don't know. Some guy gave it to me.
He also has like a little friendship bracelet on.
I never noticed you wear jewelry before, Seamus.
I don't.
What's that?
I don't know.
Look, Seamus, I
Really,
know
really colorful.
seeing Caesar like that must have been a real shock for you, but I need you to keep your head.
Okay, then. I can do that.
Did you learn anything?
Apparently, it's aliens. So now we gotta deal with magical aliens.
All right,
Magical
well.
aliens. You know, he might not be far off.
At this point, I believe anything.
Those guys weren't going down with bullets, Betty's knives.
Yeah, they definitely weren't human, that's for sure.
How's your throat, Seamus?
It's very raw.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
I-
Me too. Normally, I sound so
I-
stupid than this.
I thought you were dead for sure.
And it takes a little bit more than someone getting handy to take me out.
Is the tinfoil hat gonna keep them from doing that next time?
We're about to find out. Next time I see one, I'm cutting them down right down the middle. Stem to stern, as they say over at the docks.
Well, our plan is to go find some doctors and try and figure out what's going on.
I mean, has Caesar awoken yet? Is he up?
No one has
Yeah.
come back to give you an update yet.
Well, I guess one of us should stay here. Or someone should keep an eye on him.
Oh, he's in the back. You guys are in the waiting
Yeah.
room. Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
we're not waiting in his room.
What's stopping these aliens from just walking in here and slaughtering everybody and coming and getting them?
That's what I'm
your
saying.
hat?
It's a hat made of tinfoil. It's not gonna stop crap.
Then why are you
You guys-
wearing it?
You guys also do have Doris. She's
Oh,
a
the
little
freaking rat!
she's a little sad, but she came with you.
Can any of us understand what Doris says, though? Because, like,
I don't
Ra-
think Betty understands her like Raymond, but I think you understand that she has, some abilities. And so if you needed someone to, do some reconnaissance, you do know that Raymond uses her for that.
Yo, rat, can you write?
that was Bradford. Probably not.
Probably not. Dang it. So hoping maybe she could tell us what happened to Raymond, but apparently she ain't that smart.
Well, there's no need to insult her. Now, Miss Doris, would you be willing to very carefully scamper throughout this hospital and see if you can find any doctors that you recognize? Then come back to us and squeak once for yes and twice for no.
Squeak.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Off you go, my girl. You know, communicating with her is not that difficult than communicating with Miss Liv when she's having one of her tantrums.
Yeah, that girl does not know how to speak properly.
I'll say that there's no role necessary for Doris. She's able to squeeze her way in to the back and make the rounds, looking around, looking at everyone's faces. I will say that without even rolling, she is able to spot a couple of doctors that she has seen before. However, I don't know, and you can either say this, Pan, or we can roll something. I don't know if she would know which doctors are the correct doctors. So, yes, there's a bit of a crisis happening right now, but generally, you keep to your own in your territories. So, you don't generally go to another doctor in another territory because you don't know them.
Right.
could-
So I
yeah, that's
feel
dangerous.
like she would know their doctor. Like she
Right.
would know the
Okay.
Piers doctor because
Okay.
Caesar's always getting hurt and always getting, sewn up at Raymond's office. So
Okay.
I very recently got bitten and had a
Oh, yeah.
doctor heal her.
That's
so-
true.
that's
Okay.
true. We also went to that doctor.
Okay, and that's technically a what's called a neutral doctor, because they have to help everyone when you guys have meetings. So you can look for that doctor, or you can look for your own like personal doctor. Let's do a brain. Well, let's do a. Actually, I will roll to kind of see which one you find. We'll do kind of like a. It's not luck here, but we'll do like a luck roll. So choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. Pan.
3.
2. Okay, close enough. Yeah, you get to find the like the cruise doctor. Who would that be? What's their name? I don't think I've ever introduced that doctor.
I don't know.
I'll name her Clarice.
I love it.
Hello, Clarice.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought of for some reason. She is a very tall and like thin woman with really, really big glasses, like Coke bottle glasses, and she has like long blonde stringy hair. And she kind of moves very slowly, and she's always cold. So that's
Oh,
perfect. Yeah. she wears a long white doctor's coat that seems to always be too big for her. And you do see her. She is giving somebody. She specializes in anesthetics, so anesthesia. So she is giving somebody a sedative. And I think as Doris kind of just gets in her line of sight, she has probably seen Doris many times, and she kind of looks over. She goes, "Oh, Doris, you're alive. That's nice." They're out in the lobby. Yeah, now she speaks rat because she's that weird. We'll do that. That makes sense.
It's Dr.
I
Dolittle.
love Clarice.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Clarice.
She's like, okay. And she puts her needle down and walks
And
out
Doris
to
climbs up her lab coat and sits in her pocket.
Mhm.
Aw.
And she'll walk out to the lobby. And she'll see you guys and she'll come over. And the first person she'll first look at is Seamus. Like, oh, Seamus, Have you met the other Seamus? Is that why you have the hat on?
Oh, his name is actually Shay. I just thought he was crazy.
No, he's right over there. And you all do look over, and there's another guy just, who has a hat on.
Does he look exactly like Seamus?
No.
Oh,
It.
No.
Oh, your bracelet matches. That looks
Yeah.
really nice.
He does
So-
also have a matching friendship bracelet.
Just
And he
give him like
kinda
an
waves.
awkward wave.
Yeah, he also awkwardly waves. Then she kind of looks over at you guys. Oh, that's nice. So, do you guys need some drugs or something?
Yes.
no.
Well,
No,
if you're
what?
offering.
Okay. She
No,
she starts taking things out of her pocket.
Have you seen Kallie or anyone else's bosses?
No.
Clarice, Cesar came in just a couple minutes ago. We brought him in. He had bandages on already, as if he'd seen somebody before he got into the dire straits we found him in. Had you seen him before?
Me? No. I haven't seen him here. I didn't know he came in. We'll check on him.
Just now, it's very dangerous. If those like describes like the guys, like you just leave. I put bullets in him, Betty put knives in him. Seamus almost got killed.
You talking about the wise men's goons?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you know
Um,
about him anyway?
Oh yeah. That's all anybody ever talks about when they come in here. This one guy came up and broke my leg. This one guy came up and slit my throat. This one guy came up and broke my arm.
That guy was talking about his therapy.
She's a good doctor.
He's a real good doctor.
Her drugs are magnificent.
They all have the same problem. It's the same guy, I guess. Just all over the
They
city.
do look alike.
They're all
Oh.
the same guy?
Well, there was two guys, so it's got to be two guys.
We
There's
saw
two
two.
of them.
We saw it too, but they looked exactly the same. Almost like Seamus and Seamus, but more similar.
Oh.
They did not have friendship bracelets though.
They did not have friendship bracelets.
No, none of the descriptions have said they have friendship bracelets. They've all said they are creepy looking and
Whistle.
big and wearing black.
Oh yeah, they did this whistle thing. Did anybody talk about the whistle thing?
I don't think so. To be honest, most people come in here after being, accosted by these goons for like 5 minutes. You guys may have been the only ones to survive and actually be able to tell what they do.
Oh, great. So we're freaking persons of interest now. That's wonderful.
No, we borrowed an ambulance. That's how we got away.
Oh, that's good.
Borrowed aggressively.
Do we think they're going to try and break into a hospital? Like, that's a lot of heat to bring on them.
Did you see him stab the cop?
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck who they were stabbing.
So far, it doesn't seem that they care about, well, I guess neutral places.
Oh, so they're just carving up turf.
Does look like a turf war, only the worst I've ever seen.
Turf massacre, more like it.
There's
Clarice,
a
have you
guy that's
seen-
sitting in one of the chairs as you say massacre, and he's kind of like just staring out, and he just goes massacre. And she looks at you. Yeah, yep. It's pretty bad. Anyway, I have to
Alright,
probably get back to work.
you ain't seen none of the other bosses, have you?
No, I did hear that you brought in Caesar. Oh, she kind of kind of remembers something. If I if I look at him, I can probably tell where he was serviced. Hold on
Yeah.
one second. And she kind of goes in the back to find Caesar. In the lobby, more and more people are still coming in. Another ambulance comes up, a police car comes up, and seeing that the ambulance that you guys left that was probably reported stolen by the EMT. Um, he's kind of looking around as well. But yeah, the more and more people come in, you're kind of seeing in the waiting room, this is a weird mesh of all the territories people. So not just, I'm gonna pull up the map again, but not just the big ones, not just the Volkovs and the candy cane and like the Canes and the Ronaldis, stuff like that. Specifically, you're also seeing people from the left hand, you're seeing people from the rum runners, you're seeing, I mean, this is not just, oh, I'm taking over the big territories. This is clearly a full wipe of the entire city.
Jesus.
Sweden is really nice this time of year. I think we should all vote to
Yeah, let's just leave.
Yeah, that might be we'll take Cesar, get out of town.
Liv is a pretty popular, pretty well-known figure. I think Lawrence is asking every person that comes through the door is conscious if they have seen or heard anything about her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, go ahead and roll a charm. DC, I think, is going to be a 5.
That is a 9.
You talk to people, and yes, almost everyone knows Liv. And there are a couple who, once they realize that you can't find her either, like you're looking for her, they start crying because they didn't know she was missing.
No. Lawrence
there's
creating national mourning.
Yeah, there's a few that you talk to where they kind of get overzealous and they're like, oh, no, I don't, but I can help you find her. Maybe you can put in a good word if I do find her for you. So you get those responses. Unfortunately, you do get this kind of the same response, which is no one knows.
Damn.
I think at this point, Clarice comes back in, shuffling in like a ghoul.
She's my new favorite.
And she sort of just looks at all of you. She has a few of the bandages soaking wet with blood, but she has a couple of them in her hand. So actually, I do recognize this gauze. It's from the left hands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're really into this like model. So if you want to check any place, might be one of those places. I will say though, and she kind of looks at all of you for a second. She's gonna make a well, no, I'm not gonna do that. She doesn't care. She kind of looks at all of you and she just goes, when Cesar wakes up, he's gonna be in a bad way. Good luck. She turns around and goes back to work.
No, Clarice, hold on. What do you mean?
Bye.
No, damn it. You know, I love that woman, but she's slippery. She's creepy and she's slippery. I don't know how she does it.
She's slippery.
She's got
I
good drug.
mean, how else do you think a woman like her gets to live that long, huh?
Yeah.
Fair
She's
point.
She's at least 112.
It would be impolite to ask, so we don't.
Before she goes into the door, leaving you with that little tidbit, she also quickly just turns around. So like, oh, I almost forgot. You all don't know what happened to Asphira, I'm guessing.
No. What happened to
No.
Asphira?
That sounds bad.
Clarice, don't you run off.
Do you know what happened to Asphira?
She kind of shrugs and she's like, rumor has it she was captured by the wise men.
Oh, well, that's
Can't imagine what they're doing to her.
No.
Have a good one.
Oh
She
my
walks
god.
back.
Well, that's a concerning piece of news.
Yeah, Eric says under his breath, Kallie will be so heartbroken.
Lawrence just pats him on the shoulder. So we'll live.
So,
Well,
left hand, huh?
that's underground, like I said.
Should we, grab one of these left-hand guys and get him to tell us where the doctor is?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Hey, you!
Can we find one that liked Liv and wanted to help?
I'm gonna say everyone roll me a brains roll as you scan around to see, because you can't just grab anybody, right? Because even with this crisis, it's got to be someone of fair importance for them to know like where certain hideouts are. So let's do a brains roll. DC for a 5. You'll be able to, pick out some left-handers. DC of a 10, you'll be able to pick out someone who could actually give you some good information.
Ooh, explode. 17 somehow.
I
Okay.
got a 4.
Same.
I got it too, so
Oh,
grab some
no.
random person, I guess.
You go back to
Talking to
Seamus.
Hey, I'll show you.
Actually, Liv, as you are looking around, or Lawrence, as you're looking around,
Yeah, Liv
I
can't look
think-
around anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Way to rub it in, Tanya.
I see what you did there.
Liv doesn't.
You do recognize a couple of left-handers, but you all specifically know that the left hands are called the left hands because they generally have some sort of a symbol on their left hand to indicate who they are. And you do indeed see a symbol on someone's left hand. And it does happen to be the left hand that is still awkwardly waving in your direction. The
Yes.
man with the interesting hat on.
Amazing. Seamus, I need you to go talk to your twin and find out where their medical cache is.
Oh, is he one of our guys?
He is.
Alrighty,
Somehow.
I'll crack my knuckles and walk over. Hey, Seamus.
Nice, sweet.
Look,
What was that?
I'll go over to talk to Seamus.
Okay. Yeah, he's been watching you the whole time.
Hey,
he watches you walk
Seamus,
over.
buddy, got a question for you.
Yeah, anything, friend.
Yeah, you're with the left hand, right?
Absolutely. Because of and he pulled up his left hand because of my symbol.
Yeah.
You don't see anything on his hand. You just see the friendship bracelet on his wrist.
Ah. Hey, nice. Anyway, where's your doctor at?
Which doctor? You
Your
get
left,
it? He giggles. Witch doctor.
What, you got like voodoo magic or something to keep you alive? You know, there's like a girl who gives out drugs just right down the street. Like, if you need something to keep you going, that'll keep you going.
We do have a witch doctor though.
Ah.
In all seriousness. Yeah. But that was the joke as well. And anyway, he kind of looks down at a moment. What was your question? The doctor.
Yeah, where's she at? We think she helped out a buddy of ours, so we want to talk to her.
Oh yeah, which buddy?
Your mom.
What?
What? Sorry.
He puts up his hand. I'm sorry. Was that a joke?
Yeah. I'm a funny guy. What can I say?
That was hilarious.
Thank you. Now, where's your doctor at?
I can take you to her. He kind of stands up. Follow me. Come on. He's kind of showing you with his like head to like follow him.
I guess I'm gonna follow this guy, guys. I'll see you later.
You all can follow.
No, wait for us. This is hardly a time to be separated.
Indeed.
Everyone who is following, go ahead and make me a brains roll as he takes you outside, takes you kind of like down one of the roads, takes you into a alley that has a black door somewhere in the alley, opens the black door, takes you inside of like this building, takes you down a flight of stairs that's very dark, etc., etc. So everybody make a brains roll as you're following. DC, I think, is going to be a 6.
I got a 7.
Now I roll well. I exploded twice on a D8. I got a 23.
Whoa!
Wow.
Thank you all, because I rolled a 1. I am in with this guy. Like, this guy he knows where he's at.
Okay. What did you get, Lawrence?
A 2. I'm snacking again.
Okay. As you guys go down the stairs, this whole time he's been chatting. He's been chatting to Seamus, but also to you guys. And at some point, he kind of looks at you guys and he goes, "So you've met the aliens, huh?"
The what?
Yeah?
Yeah, like, it was crazy.
Yeah, those things are dangerous with the weird tentacles. You know.
Tentacles?
Mm. And you guys begin to walk down the stairs. Yeah. You don't want those to get a hold of you. Strip your skin clean off.
Damn.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very fun now, does it?
I thought only sea creatures had tentacles.
Maybe that's what they are.
Well, what is space but a vast ocean of mystery?
Exactly. Mystery. And you guys go down a long corridor where there's just a few twinkling lights above, but the sides are concrete and the floor is concrete. You guys use these tunnels much before?
Pretty frequently, from time to time.
They're nice. Quiet down here, you know?
Yeah. Pretty chill. Well, depends on the work you're doing.
Got a lot of bodies down here. So I hear.
That's true.
You know.
I'm gonna pull out my little scissors and just start, nervous twirling them with my fingers.
Sure.
Yeah, my boss has hit a bunch of them down here. With your boss. Come on now. Show
My
us
boss?
to the doctor.
Eric has fully reached for his pistol now and hasn't.
As you say your boss, he kind of his eyebrows kind of flicker a little bit. He's like, "My boss? How do you know what? And now you guys get to another door at the end of this corridor. It leads you into a bigger room. And the smell in here is odd. It smells like dog.
Oh no.
Dog?
Oh no,
Lawrence.
it's one of the labs.
Lawrence rolled dumb.
You guys kind of walk down the stairs. How do you know my boss?
Yeah,
You're
we've
part
done
of the-
some work with them in the past.
Yeah, you're part of the left hand, aren't you?
Oh,
Is Gerald your boss?
Or maybe it's Miss Geraldine. She and Liv often have tea together.
oh, oh, okay. He kind of smiles. For a second, for a second, I thought you guys were aliens in disguise, and you were trying to abduct me. So
Okay.
that's good.
Is that what you're doing?
Are you
So
abducting?
much danger.
Yeah.
The door closes behind you all as you
Oh.
come down into this larger room.
What's the deal with the this peculiar not the best smell? Seamus?
Yeah, this man says he's with the left hand, but I'm starting to think this man's trying
Oh,
to
sorry,
pick a fight.
I was talking to the other Seamus.
He starts cackling. He's like, God, my name's not actually Seamus.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, that was a joke. Anyway, we're almost there. And he kind of keeps walking down the area. At the end of this room, it's like a wet room. Unfortunately, I don't believe any of you have actually seen this room before, but it is a room someone has been in before. And there are, as you guys keep walking on this concrete floor that's kind of wet, there are rows of cages on one side, but they are empty. And then he keeps like walking, he turns around, turns like the corner, and turning the corner, you guys see that there's another room that's like just four walls, and there's an opening, and that opening used to have a door, but the door is off its hinges, and there is instead basically a shower curtain that's been put up, as well as there's like a lot of like makeshift gurneys, and there's like a makeshift IV where like the IV is literally going in a bucket. And there is someone laying on one of the gurneys, and there's a doctor who is covered in blood and all types of fluids. Their jacket is as they're fixing them up. And the fake Seamus goes into that room, and he's like, "Sorry to bother you, Doc. We have friends of," and he kind of looks back at y'all. Liv, was it? He's trying to ask like which name are you giving him to so that he can give to the doctor, Liv or Raymond? In fact, I'll ask Lawrence and Betty, since you guys are probably no. I think it was Betty. I think it was Cesar. I think it was Cesar and Raymond who've been in this room before.
Mhm.
I want you to give me a brains roll to see if you can figure out what would be the best answer here. Let's make the DC a 6.
Oh, I rolled a 7 plus 1 is an 8.
You know, oh good, you got this. I rolled a 1, but I could burn
Oh.
some adversity tokens to make this successful. Like I have enough if we need.
It just needs to be one of you.
Okay,
that's
you
what
know
I'm-
what? I was off doing something else at the time.
But that's perfect because Raymond is the person that was in this room and would remember. And so Betty, you give him Raymond's name, and he says that he's like, friends of Raymond. They're looking for, I guess, Raymond. And
We're
the
looking for
doctor.
anybody.
or anybody. The doctor is furiously at work. He's kind of like hunched over this body that you can't see the body and you can't see the front of the doctor. You can just kind of see her working. And she's literally doing surgery with what she has. And she's like, okay. And she kind of looks back and she's like, Daryl, what are you doing? How many times have I told you to stop coming down here? Give me that water. I need hands. And then I will help you. Is anyone helping?
Sure.
He's got steady hands. I'm more of a hand muscle kind of guy.
I do knives. Does that help?
She's like, I just need hands. I'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
So who's going over? Betty?
I mean, I'll walk over and see if she wants my help.
Okay. I'll say that you all walk over unless anyone is not walking over.
Walking over.
Okay. You all walk over. She's asking for help. Daryl actually steps back because he just gets in the way. His name is Daryl. Now you know.
Dang it, Daryl.
And as you all get like closer, and she's barking orders. She's like, "Hey, hand me that rag. Go over there, get those tongs." She needs more people to just help her get stuff. She is working on the abdomen of Gerald. It is ripped open as if something had been gnawing at his intestines. And she is desperately trying to just put them back in his body and sew him closed, particularly like his abdominal wall, so that she can then close up the rest of him. She's pretty sure he's probably going to get an infection because she doesn't have enough stuff here, but he is barely alive and she is doing the best she can. And I think with that, we'll end today's session.
Oh, no.
So, thank you all for playing your dual characters. We will continue with your companion characters until we find each and every one of your totally alive characters out there
Yeah.
having a rough time of it. And we will come back and see what happens to our crew next episode. So thank you all for playing, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
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 Bye.